The West Geauga boys get a pair of first-half strikes from Ben Hester to record a 2-1 win over visiting Perry on Saturday afternoon in a Division II sectional final. Kind of an odd match in its complexion. West Geauga was dominant in the attack in the opening 40. I love their wide play. They were overrunning the midfield, the rhythm and the pace, and everything was there. It was tremendous. 8 shots on target, 4 corners. They build up a 2-0 lead as Ben Hester does very well getting off of his marking there in the opening 40, creating some space for himself with his body positioning and his touches on the ball. He did very well to get a couple goals there to build a 2-0 lead. But I think West G should have gotten a little bit more out of that high caliber of quality there. And obviously it showed down the stretch because they found themselves locked in a tough 2-1 match. The match completely changed right before halftime. Chance Wolf goes on a run in the box, gets taken down, is awarded the PK, puts it away. Now you find yourself in a really tough 2-1 match there. And the thing about it was in the second half, Perry was dramatically improved in midfield. They were getting overrun in midfield in the opening 40. I thought maybe you change to a 4-5-1 with Wolf up top, have more numbers in midfield to try to generate a little bit better possession and get Wolf more involved that way. But Chance was hurt for part of the second half. He didn't get back in until about the hour mark. And instead, the Pirates went to 3 up top, trying to generate the attack that way. And make no mistake about it, the combination work was a little bit better. The ball winning was a lot better. It was a heck of a lot better in the second half than it was in the first half. But all you need to know about the second half, folks, was neither side created a shot on target. And I understand it's a windy afternoon. That wreaks havoc with goal kicks, with service, with pretty much everything. It makes things very difficult, obviously, when you're playing against the wind. But the thing about it is you try to play the ball on the ground a little bit more, develop your rhythm through midfield, and try to work out wide, and it obviously increases the probability of keeping that quality in the attack if you keep it on the ground on a windy afternoon. And it was just kind of confusing to me that West G was just so great in the first half out wide and just kind of got away from that in the second half, and I think that's why they found themselves locked in a tough 2-1 match there. But Perry had a good work rate trying to see and get the equalizer, but again, they weren't able to generate a shot on target, and that makes it tough. When you can't get anything on frame, you're not going to find an equalizer, and West G did well in the defensive third down the stretch to see out this result. So just kind of a weird match, and the wind had something to do with it, but West G continues its solid form after that 5-match winless skid to start the fall, and they go into Lake Catholic next week for a district semifinal. Definitely a different side than they were when they saw Lake the first time in a 3-1 loss. They had a good accounting of themselves in that match, and are definitely a different side here with Hester playing up top, changing up the back line, the young guys coming along really well for West G. But I think at the end of the day, the biggest thing is if we can see that first half attacking for 80 minutes, this will be a very interesting district semifinal. If we don't, then it might get away from them. But nonetheless, a nice job seeing through a result when you don't have your best by West Geauga in a 2-1 win over visiting Perry on Saturday.